Welcome to Testimony Tuesday with Pastor Brent Oliver from Delphi First Assembly of God and Kokomo Southview Church. Join in celebrating the goodness of God as we hear the stories of how He touches His people.
Hi, I'm Caitlin. I'm almost 15 years old, and I'm from the Chicago area where I live with my mom and 4 younger siblings. I was raised to follow God, but I never sought to pursue a relationship with Him. That influenced negative behaviors that began at an early age. I grew up without a positive father figure in my life, causing a variety of negative thoughts and habits in my life. For about 3 years, I was sexually abused by my stepfather, who later on left the picture. Even though he was gone, his actions affected me on a daily basis. I viewed myself as filthy, and it was hard for me to trust new men in my life. Because of this, I was constantly seeking attention and affirmation from others, especially other boys in school. Despite receiving the attention I thought I wanted, it didn't fill the emptiness that I had inside of me. This caused me to respond with anger, which later turned into depression. When I was around 10 years old, I got put into a psychiatric hospital for the first time. Through the next 4 years, I was placed in 5 more, and within this time period, I was very aggressive, defiant, and I treated everyone around me terribly. This not only affected my relationships with authority, especially my mom, but it also brought fear into my siblings. As I grew older and stronger, I became harder to control, and my family was desperately seeking ways to help me. After my final hospitalization, my mom and I agreed that I needed to find help. I arrived at Central Indiana Teen Challenge on June 23rd of 2020. For the first couple months, I faked everything because I thought that as long as I wasn't disappointing or hurting anyone, I was doing well. It all hit me when my mom told me that at this point, everything was up to me and she wasn't going to keep putting in an effort only for me to take advantage of her. It took me around 9 months to finally understand the reality that what I was doing was ruining everything for myself. Since that moment, I have been doing what needs to be done for restoration. Currently, I'm working on believing all that God says about me so that I don't feel the need to so desperately be given the approval of others. I've been communicating with my mom more positively so that I can begin to rebuild that relationship. During my stay at Teen Challenge, I have been given the gift of gratitude. I now can stand on the fact that I am a forgiven child of God, rather than believing that I'm trapped in an endless cycle of destruction. Without Jesus and Teen Challenge, I never would have had a hope for my future. I now would like to graduate high school early, attend UCLA, and become a violent crimes detective. Over time, I want to start a family of my own, as well as make up for all the time I missed with everyone else in my life. When things get tough, I remember the verse Romans 12:2, which says, "Do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Then you will be able to test and approve what God's will is, His good, pleasing, and perfect will." This reminds me that although I was stuck in the lies that Satan placed on my life, I can believe now that what God says about me is the truth, and that's really what I'm going to let define me. I'm really grateful that I had the opportunity to speak to everyone, and thank you all for listening.
This has been brought to you by Delphi First Assembly of God and Kokomo Southview Church. To contact us or send us your prayer request, testimony of answered prayer, or Bible questions, please see the information on the screen. May God's salvation through Jesus Christ overflow into your life with His joy. God bless until we see you again.